The Ironmen opened their season of competition hitting the surf at Currumbin on the Gold Coast in a race that was expected to be dominated by the stars of the series. And it was the pre-race favourites that took early control.
Shannon Eckstein has been taught whether he would be able to handle physically the 2 hours. He has laughed that off, and by gee, he's made a good start at the moment. Hitting the beach first in front of Zane Holmes, great competitor as well. And there is Matty Poole in third place.
Reigning series champion Shannon Eckstein was never further back than second place, going head-to-head with younger sibling Kane Eckstein over a course that saw the Ironmen complete the race out through the surf and in through the tricky conditions of the Currumbin River mouth.
And you'll see Kane Eckstein now stands and jumps onto the shore dump, and the endurance animal this field, unfortunately for the rest of the competitors, is now in front.
The main challengers coming from fan favourites Hugh Doherty, Matt Poole and Ali Day. In the end, it was the boss, Shannon Eckstein, who outlasted his brother by 40 seconds to take out one of the sweetest victories of his career.
The boss is back in charge, making his way to the line. Shannon Eckstein wins at Currumbin. It is a phenomenal performance by this man, the 5-time series champ, 2 arms in the air. And what about this man? 2 weeks ago, he won his 4th Coolangatta gold from 4 attempts. He has had a fantastic battle, a wonderful effort today by Kane Eckstein.
Sydney's Bondi Beach was the setting for round 2 and the eliminator format, with 5 races and 4 athletes would be dropped after each race, leaving a final 4 to fight it out for the round win. However, we didn't have to wait too long for the drama to unfold.
We are set for a start on Bondi, away we go, and the boys flying out of the start because no one wants to be in that red zone come the end of the race.
The unpredictable eliminator format threw up a number of surprises, including the elimination of Ironman star Kai Hurst in race 1. The Eckstein brothers may have dominated round 1 of the series, but they too fell victim to the icy cold conditions in the water, with Kane being knocked out in race 3, and then defending series champion Shannon was eliminated in race 4, setting up for a thrilling final 4 sprint. Poole, Doherty, Holmes and Drury would line up to compete in the final. Poole had been dominant in the previous 2 races, but it was Zane Holmes who pushed hardest on the ski.
Zane Holmes, we called it. He was going to wait for the last race. He's driving hard. The boys are behind. Zane's gone again. He's gone again. He's down the next one.
Poole and Doherty caught Holmes on the swim. Little would change, and it would come down to who could get the waves in on the board.
We started with 20, we moved through the field, we lost 4 each time. We've got 4 in this event, and now it looks like it's down to 2. Matty Poole is the first onto the beach. He's leading Hugh Doherty at this stage, Guy Leach. He's first round the bend, Matty Poole. He has been fantastic throughout the day. Hugh Doherty is trying to surge, but Matty Poole looks like he's got the legs. He has been the dominant performer today. Matty Poole will take out Bondi, and he is pretty in pink.
Poole claimed the round win and now held #1 spot in the series. Back to Queensland's Coolum Beach in round 3 for the Enduro format. The Ironmen were finally ready to set the Sunshine Coast surf and sand alight, with the big names clashing in the Enduro format. It was Hugh Doherty that led them off the board and into the swim. However, he was quickly caught and reeled in by a determined Shannon Eckstein, who then looked to assert his authority. Kai Hurst also making his move in the swim. But it was the Eckstein brothers and Doherty who stood first. Not much would change as the athletes approached the halfway point of this grueling enduro race.
Believe it or not, these guys have done a board, a run, a swim, a run, and their ski, and now they're onto the run, and that'll mark the halfway point.
Doherty again making the most of the run and would extend his lead heading into the second board leg.
As they went into that run leg, it was a 9-second lead, and it looks like Hugh Doherty's opened that up further on the run, and in second place now is Kane Eckstein.
Meanwhile, Shannon had dropped off the back of Kane and a surging Corey Jones in third place. Series leader Poole was struggling with illness and was back in the pack. Hugh Doherty was racing not only for the round win, but also for the series lead. Doherty would not be caught. The final run all that stood between him and his maiden victory.
What a moment this is for Hugh Doherty. He broke them on the swim. He looks behind him. They are miles behind him. This has been a wonderful performance. How sweet it is. A maiden victory for Hugh Doherty at Coolum.
It's amazing, you know.
Not too far away.
Worked so hard. I've had so many seconds, and to finally get the win, you know, it means so much. Something I've been trying for, you know, my whole career, and I'm wrapped and stoked.
Meanwhile, the man relinquishing the black jersey was finishing in dramatic circumstances after struggling with illness all day. To the deep south and the treacherous waters of Portsea in Victoria, in a battle over 3 races in an accumulation of points, producing the round winner. It was on right from the opening gun.
Here we go. Mr. Book has his hand in there, and they are racing at Portsea in the 4th round of the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman.
A big set hitting as they headed out, and once again there was carnage on the ski. It was Kai Hurst who made it back to the beach first, and he led throughout the swim. On the board, the pack came together again, and it would come down to a sprint up the beach.
Now it's going to be who can get up first on this bank and oh, we've lost one. One guy's down.
Westberg just lost his board.
Gone.
Zane Holmes is leading them up. He has dominated this sport in the past.
Here comes
Looks like Jury's coming up the outside. I feel like it's a Melbourne Cup, but it is. Zane Holmes has held off Reece Drury in a fantastic finish in the first race at the accumulator.
Race 2 and the board to start.
20 of the best Ironmen. They are setting off for a board, then a ski, then a swim.
Once again, Wes Berg shone in his strongest leg and led the field through the first transition. But it was Hugh Doherty who was the talking point for all the wrong reasons.
The big news is that our boy Hugh Doherty, the leader of the series, has damaged his ski, had to borrow another surf ski, and now he's on some other craft going back out at the back of the field.
Coming back to the beach in the swim, it was once again Zane Holmes who stole the show.
He knows the job's not done, but by geez, 2/3 of the way there. High fives to the crowd, to the man they call Zappa. That is the first 2 race wins here at Portsea for Zane Holmes.
Race 3, all athletes heading out to the right for the swim. But on the way back, Kai Hurst finally got the wave he'd been searching for all day. Holmes and Shannon Eckstein would catch him on the board.
Oh, these 3 boys, look, they'll get to the bottom, they'll lay down. Kai Hurst is stuck on top.
Oh, no!
There you go.
Onto the ski, and our big 3 headed out in building surf.
Oh, there is a massive set coming.
Oh, you're not wrong.
The biggest set you've ever seen.
We are about to see the biggest wave of the day. It takes a big wave to get Trevor Hendy excited. Kai Hurst is trying to punch through it. Zane Holmes is trying to punch through it. Have a look at the face on that. Hurst has bailed out. Holmes has bailed out. Trevor Hendy, you're still alive down there.
I didn't bail out, I'm still here.
Kai Hurst would maintain his lead and claim a race 3 victory.
And now Kai Hurst will take out race 3 of the accumulator at Portsea in some big surf.
But the winner on the day, an impressive Zane Holmes.
He's a big man with a big reputation and a big heart, and he's overcome the big waves at Portsea. He's beaten his competitors. He has beaten the huge surf. Zane Holmes takes out round 4 in a huge Portsea swell.
The consistent Shannon Eckstein was back on top of the leaderboard going into the final round at Noosa, and the eliminator was held under threatening conditions that saw the weather dictating how long the race would be.
This is the situation. We've been on hold for an hour. We are going ahead at the moment. The lightning has dissipated. We are going ahead, okay? 5 races now will become 3. If we have to pull the pin because of lightning after 1 race, and that's the event, that will count, and that will decide who wins today's race and the actual series.
There was little option but to go hard, and they did just that.
Shannon Eckstein, it is all on his shoulders. Off they go. Matty Poole is out in front in pink.
With the swim first up, and Kai Hurst was pushing the pace.
Up at front, Kai Hurst is actually just starting to come out of the pack with a white cap on.
With conditions improving, it was looking almost certain that another race would go ahead. All our big names were looking safe at the front as they headed home on the board.
Hugh Doherty is on the wave. It looks like Kai Hurst is on it, Shannon Eckstein is on it, Zane Holmes is on it, and Wesberg and Kane Eckstein all on that leading wave.
The top names were there for the final race of the year. Shannon Eckstein just needing to stay within 4 positions of Poole to take the series. But the round win was now the focus. You could throw a blanket over the field for most of the board leg until Poole, Kane Eckstein and Day pulled away on a wave.
There's been a gap here. Poole's come through. Oh my boy, oh boy.
You can see there, Matty Poole is on that, Kane Eckstein is that, and Ali Day is also on that.
But it didn't take Shannon Eckstein and the pack long to pick up Poole's feet on the swim and then push past.
So that's the big 3 from Portsea. There they are again. Hurst, Holmes and Eckstein going into the last leg to win this race together.
On the final leg, it would come down to who'd positioned themselves best for the waves back to the beach.
Zane Holmes looks like he's going to take the win at Noosa, but all the action, big Zane.
Oh, the hands up.
But behind them, this is the race for the series title.
Well, Zane Holmes, oh, he's that excited 2 in a row, but you call this, Howie, because it's going to be absolutely frenetic.
They are flying. Matty Poole is making a move. Shannon Eckstein, Kai Hurst. Shannon Eckstein's got his hands in the air. Kai Hurst is doing it. Zane Holmes takes out Noosa. Have a look at the emotion on him. Back in the field, Kai Hurst is there. Shannon Eckstein has crossed the line also. Matty Poole looks like he's gone 3rd place. Zane Holmes has taken out the round at Noosa, but the biggest story, the legend grows, because Shannon Eckstein has won his 6th Ironman title.
It's hard backing up year after year, and this year it was really struggled. I've had a few niggling injuries and a bit of illness, so I struggled to get up since the first round. It was a big thrill to win that, so I struggled to keep going, but I'm so stoked to win again.
Plenty of incredible action there for sure, and coming up we meet some of the contenders that are in this year's Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series.